Welcome, everyone. My name is Jenna Griffith, and I am the Director of Special Projects at Achilles International. We are so glad you are here joining us tonight for our second meditation workshop with meditation and mindfulness expert, Meris Gebhardt. Merit, raise your hand. Meris, please raise your hand. She's the founder of Opulent Mindfulness and also an Achilles volunteer. You know, for the month of February, our Achilles Whole Person Health Challenge continues with the focus on confidence. Raise your hand or thumbs up if you've joined us for last month's meditation workshop focusing on resilience. Great, okay, there's been a few. Thumbs up or hand raised if this is your first time joining us for these meditation workshops. All right. How many of you have been listening to Meris's weekly meditation recordings on our social media channels? Good. We will continue those this month and next month as well. And if you tend to miss them, they're also going to be on our website too. All right, in a few minutes, Meris is going to lead us in a guided meditation, but I wanted to ask her a couple questions first. Meris, thank you so much for joining us again tonight. We are so grateful to have you introduce us to the art of meditation and discover the benefits of integrating meditation into our daily lives. Tonight, we are focusing on building our confidence, self-love, and self-esteem. Why do you think it is important to channel our energies towards being more comfortable and confident in our own skin?
All right, Jenna, and all the Achilles team members, thank you so much for having me and for participating. It really shows a sign of your interest in self-care and then giving your gifts out to the world. So bravo for showing up. Good job. That's the first and the hardest step. So right there, you're already boosting your confidence. You're taking action in alignment with the belief system that you have. And if we were to define confidence, it goes as follows. A feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. So we are all designed in a certain way to be here for a certain reason. And when you are in alignment with who you are and your power, then this is such a beautiful gift to give to the world. So we want to chisel away any distraction and noise and discouragement that we have. And meditation helps us to get into that quiet place and tune into our own beauty and our own power and wisdom.
Meris, so how can meditation help us build our confidence?
Yeah, so I will say that times where we have distraction of comparison and listening to others and competition can be healthy if you're feeling inspired and moved and stronger within your own skill set. But when we feel the noise of other people judging us and criticizing us, then we lose our confidence. So we were born as confident beings. And imagine like a big chunk of granite. And as we chisel away the granite, we chisel away the noise, the judgment, the discouragement, the distraction, people criticizing us, feeling doubtful. When we chisel that away, what emerges is this beautiful art form that is you, a powerful, statuesque being who can go and fight and be strong and be exactly who you were meant to be and accomplish anything.
All right, that's a beautiful answer. We are really excited to get started, but before we get started, do you have any tips? There's a lot of first-time meditation folks out there, and what should we do to prepare for tonight's guided meditation?
Okay, so for this meditation tonight and any meditation going forward on your own, it's not easy to do. So give yourself a pat on the back saying, yes, I showed up on my cushion. I'm dedicating, good job, Sarah. I'm dedicating my time and my energy to developing my whole human being. That is me, this beautiful gift that I am. And I want to share that. So simply coming to a quiet place, you can't do it wrong. And it's going to get very noisy inside your brain. And that's okay. These are thoughts. They're going to happen. That's the being that we are. We don't want to push the thoughts away or stop the thoughts. We want to simply notice them as they pass on like a river and a leaf floating by. So notice, let them speak to you, and then wave them goodbye. And the most important thing too, when you're sitting in your meditation, is to notice how your body is feeling. not so much from a physical perspective, like, oh, this makes my ankle hurt or my shoulders are tight. Yes, we want to be aware of those things, but tune into any messages that you're getting from your gut, the emotional messages you're getting from your gut. And then you transmute those messages, say, I believe in myself. I am a good person. I can do it. So those messages sometimes stop us and keep us from moving forward. So we listen, we're aware. Those messages can keep us safe too. So we need to listen to them. And that's what meditation provides, the quiet space to listen, become more aware.
All right, so I think we're all ready. Are we ready? Thumbs up, hand wave. All right, let's take a deep breath, everyone. Let's focus together. Meris, the floor is yours.
All right. So yes, coming to your comfortable seat. It is evening time, so if you feel inclined to lie down and raise your legs and lay them on the seat of a chair or couch, that's a great idea. Or you can simply find your comfortable seat where you are. As long as your hips are grounded and still and your spine is directly up and over your hips and your head is floating easily atop your spine. We'll drop the arms down alongside the body to feel heavy, and this will draw the shoulders down and then slightly back and pushing our heart a little more forward in our chest. We like to lead with our heart and our heads together. And now we can bend the arms at the elbows and rest your palms in your lap. Now, if you feel safe, you're welcome to close your eyes. And now we can choose to focus on the negativity or we can choose to focus on the positivity. And each one has their own term. So if we get a negative message coming in, we say, I hear a negative message. Okay, hello and goodbye. And then we take the place of that negative message and put a positive message in our mind. I love myself. I am strong. I know it's not easy, but I can do it. I've seen other people do it. I believe in myself. And drop deeply into your body and feel ease, relaxation, and feel the weight of the world, like we discussed, the granite chiseling off the weight of the world so that you may rise up and sit a little bit taller. And drop into your hips, feeling even more grounded and stable. Notice if your eyes are darting all about. Let them be quiet and still. And maybe you have a little voice in your head saying, oh no, you're not good enough. You might fail. Full of doubt. You say, okay, thank you, little voice, and goodbye. And we press down through our hips, lifting the heart, expanding through the mind. And we respond, I love you. I am strong. I can do it. I am human. I might fail, but I will keep going. And this path was designed for me. Pressing down through the base, lift your heart high, take a big belly breath in. And relax your forehead, less thinking, more heart. Trusting in your heart and your body to be strong. Bringing your two hands to your lower belly, connecting with your flesh, the hands on the body, and feeling that beautiful and powerful life force within you. Breathe in, the belly pushes out into your hands. And exhale out, relieving any negativity. Breathing in fuel and nourishment all over your body. And flushing out the negative voice or any limiting beliefs. 3 more just like this. Feel the belly breathing in. Releasing your stress. Breathe out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting the corners of your mouth, just like a smile, breathing in. Hold your breath here. Bigger breath, more breath. And release everything out, all your worries, fears, negativity, and doubt. Return your hands to your lap. And now just tuning in to the body. Does your tummy feel okay? Do you have any pain or discomfort around your heart? Are there any voices in your head that you're trying to fight? To soothe any of those concerns, bring your 2 hands again back to your belly. Breathing in, repeat quietly to yourself, I love you. I love you. Resting your 2 hands now over top your heart space. Noticing if you have any discomfort in your heart, discouragement in your heart. Repeating quietly to yourself, I love you. I love you. And bringing your 2 hands together. And the thumb tips now will touch the mind's eye at the forehead center. Addressing any thoughts that you may have chirping away in there. Oh, you're not good enough. You won't make it. You're going to fail. All the negative thoughts, we say, I love you. I love you. And now stretch your arms up over top your head, reaching as high as you can. And circle the arms back as far as you can behind you. Stretching across, opening that heart center. And bringing your 2 hands back to your lap. Standing tall, emerging as this beautiful, strong, powerful, confident being, trusting in yourself. And just sit with this purity of thought, trusting in yourself, self-assuredness. And the more you meditate, you'll notice if a thought makes you feel expansive, opening, expressive, outward, growing, vital, lively, or you'll notice if a thought starts to make you feel squished and dark and small and crowded and heavy and scared and cold. You'll just notice these things, and as you notice, Begin to transmute the negative into positive by simply saying, I love you. I love you. And when you love yourself, anything is possible. Take a big belly breath in and a longer soothing breath out. Taking your time to come back into the room. And just sitting with yourself quietly for a few moments. And maybe you can see yourself from up and overhead, looking down on yourself when we're having this discussion in our head about thoughts and comments that we're making inside our brain. And start to notice if your facial expression squeezes in and you're thinking. And just begin to chuckle at yourself, laughing, giving levity and lightness to how serious we are about judging ourselves and taking other people's judgment of ourselves seriously. And we lift and we light and we remind ourselves that we're doing our best. And I love myself, and my love for myself is the most important love. And over again, we start to get in our head, and maybe those voices start to overpower, and we push them out and away, expanding into self-love. Self-love equals confidence, equals self-assuredness, and anything is possible. Namaste.
Wow. Can everyone hear me? Thumbs up. Meris, I don't know about you, but I feel better about myself already. That was really powerful. You know, it shows that this takes practice though, right? It's just, you can't always feel everything the first time. This is something that you have to train your brain to really let go. And that's why this is a great intro. These workshops are going to be recorded. You can listen to these again. And of course, Meris's guided meditations are recorded as well. But you want to be able to practice it regularly, just like everything. Whether it's, you know, training for a marathon, you have to train yourself to get the benefits of meditation. And this was really, really a great start. So we'll be posting Meris's guided meditations focusing on confidence every Monday this month. So please check out our social media channels or our webpage, which is under Whole Person Challenge. We house all of our events, all of our resources, any event that you missed, the recordings there too. Also, Achilles athletes, your program heads will be sending you updated emails about what's going on this month. We have a lot of other activities planned, so stay tuned. Meris, are you okay taking a few more questions from attendees in the chat? If anybody has any additional questions for Meris before we wrap things up, please put it in the chat right now.
Absolutely. And I want to definitely leave everyone with a really beautiful meditation that you can do tonight as you're laying in bed about to go to sleep.
Perfect. Virtual hugs, Flash, virtual hugs.
And let's just point out that crying is an amazing emotion that we were gifted with. It helps us get it out, and it's a beautiful expression. And when we cry, it disarms others to be very honest and vulnerable with their own emotions. And then we're all more human and we can more easily connect one another. No barriers or egos in the way. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you for being brave enough to cry. And the sadness will pass. And then joy will flood in. And then the joy will pass. And another emotion will flood in. So becoming fluid and accepting of those as they rise and fall. It's a beautiful humanness.
Okay, Meris, I see some questions for you. You see them?
Yep. So Robert King, yes, virtual hug. Okay, how long to meditate each day? So if you're starting out, it's good to have guidance, which we're doing. We're providing the recorded guidance. You can start with 3 minutes, swinging your legs to the edge of the bed in the morning before you put your feet on the floor and just sitting quietly. Maybe do that for a week. Today, I think I meditated for 12 minutes and it felt really good and soothing and wholesome. So we want to carve out time, at least 3 and maybe up to 20 minutes every morning. Let's see, the posture. You could lay down and lay your spine horizontal and on the ground. And then you put your legs up on the seat of the chair, just below the knee, so they're bent and resting on the seat of the chair. So that takes the weight out of the spine and maybe gives you a little traction. As long as you're in a posture where your body isn't gnawing at you in discomfort. So we want to have ease in the body so the mind can have its chance to rest. 81 degrees tomorrow. Stop. Okay. Meditating during. Okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly what a ketamine infusion is, but I'm guessing this is an intravenous. What you'll do is simply close your eyes and get into the body and maybe feel as the infusion is happening, be in alignment with that. Okay, I'm noticing the cool temperature. I'm noticing my urge to change my body. I'm noticing the healing that's happening and really drop into the experience. Instead of trying to run away and be on a vacation and be at the beach, be with that experience of healing. So powerful. We don't want to deny where we are. We want to expand into where we are.
There's a question from Charlotte. How long have you been personally meditating for, Meris?
Well, I'm always a very serious little person, so I think I've been meditating for a long time. But officially, when I started doing yoga, maybe 22 years ago, at the end of the yoga class, we lie down on the mat, and it's called Shavasana. And this is when we integrate all the body movements with the mind that was going through those body movements, and they merge and integrate, and we become one union. Yoke is the definition of yoga. Yoking the mind and the body to be one. So we're in harmony and flow with our thoughts and our body going in the same direction. So lying down in the supine posture. For the last 6 years, I've been practicing a focused, upright, seated posture meditation. Yeah, the easiest mantra. I love you, I love you, I love you. This mantra solves all problems. The frustrations, the doubt, the impossibilities, the excitement, just celebrating the goodness too, the gratitude you've all expressed tonight. I'm just mind blown. I have the tears and chills within me, so feeling very emotional also. I love you and gratitude are very beautiful mantras. Unless you're assigned a mantra, which would be a Sanskrit term given to you by a guru, and it's mostly a sound vibration. It doesn't have any meaning, doesn't define you, it doesn't mean you're supposed to do any orders. It's just something to hook in because the mind is very busy and allows us to get out of the thinking mind and into the greater possibility connection with source or universe or God or whatever your bigger power is in your life. Treatment for PTSD, very, very good for PTSD. Again, leaning into what am I experiencing and noticing your body when it gets into a triggered and traumatic reflection. So noticing the body, honoring the body. The body sends very good messages to save us and heal us and protect us. So we don't want to ignore or stuff those feelings down. We want to honor, express. It's very natural and normal and human and real. and must be honored? Good question.
These were great questions. Meris, before does anybody
Yeah.
have any? I think the questions are complete, I believe. Any final thoughts before we end the session tonight? Anything else you want to review or talk about, or want to leave us with anything before we wrap things up and kick off our month of building our confidence?
Okay, so I do want to give you this final meditation to do tonight when you go to bed. And anytime you're feeling restless or disturbed, you can drop into this very soothing mantra and meditation and mental alignment. Okay, so it goes like this. We take our right hand and we place it on our left shoulder. And we say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And then the right hand goes to the left hip bone. Thank you. And now the right hand goes to the right hip bone. I love you. Left hand, right shoulder. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And then your hand goes to your belly button. And the right hand again. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Hand to the tummy. And just over and over. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Hand to the tummy. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. One more time. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Two hands to the tummy. And this should put you into a nice, restful slumber.
I will certainly be integrating that exercise. That's really powerful, Meris. That's great. Simple, easy, and you feel it. When you say it, you feel it, folks. It's great. Thank you again, Meris, for your support and guidance throughout this mental health journey. Meris, can you put your email in the chat if people want to reach out to you privately if they have any questions? Also, please check out Meris's website, opulentmindfulness.com. And also, a little shout out, there's a free app called Insight Timer. You can get it on your devices or computers. It's a free meditation app. And Meris's meditation was actually featured on the app yesterday. I think she's going to send us the link and put the link on again in the chat if we want to listen to it and save it, bookmark it. Really great. We feel very, very fortunate to have her join us and help us with this journey. So thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. We're going to announce additional events coming up this month shortly. So keep on checking your emails and our social media channels for updates. Wishing you all the best. I would like to leave you with this quote from Mr. Norman Vincent Peale. What the mind can conceive and believe, and the heart desire, you can achieve. Have a great night, everyone.
Good job.
We love you.
Night.